Hey guys, welcome back. I finally got my chair. I've had it for about 2 weeks so far since they've sent it back to me. And it's been working. So once they sent it back to me, they told me, yeah, there's nothing wrong with the chair. And then the first day I got it back, it wouldn't work. So obviously there was something wrong with it. We spoke to the CEO, and when I say we, it was me and one of my coworkers. One of my able-bodied coworkers has been helping me since day one, since I got the chair. Been trying to fix it, see what the issue is, and so when we spoke to her, she said that, you know what, just send the chair back to us one more time. I'll go ahead and I'll use it as my own for a few days and see if I can duplicate the problem. We kind of decided against that at first. We said, you know what, last, I guess the last ditch effort, Hail Mary, let's go ahead and change the joystick on it. And because it seems that that's where the issue is, so let's change the joystick. If it still doesn't work, then we'll go and send it back to you. So my decision actually was, we'll change the joystick. If it doesn't work, I'll send it back to you for good. Because I don't want the chair anymore, and I'll just go somewhere else and just go buy another chair. And so I went ahead and they agreed to it. So they sent me a new joystick. We changed the joystick on it, and it's been working ever since. I haven't had any problems with it. Um, so what I would do the first couple of days is once we put the new joystick on there, is that I would bring it into work like I usually do, and around 12 o'clock I would turn it on again just to make sure it's still powering on, and then at 5 o'clock when I'll get a relief I would power it on again just to make sure it still powers on. I did that for a couple of days, it was working fine. And then after a couple of days, I said, you know what? There's gonna be days I'm busy and I can't do this every single day. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to at 8 o'clock when I come into work, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off because I don't drive around the chair every day when I'm at work. I walk to the break room to get my coffee, or when I have to go eat at my lunch, I walk to the break room because I still, even though I can't walk very well, I still want to try and walk as much as I can. So I don't really need the chair during the day. So I turned it off, and then at the last few days, even this week, I would turn it off when I come into work, and then at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I would turn it off, and then at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I would go ahead and turn the chair on just to make sure it still worked. And I haven't had any issues with it. It's been working every single day without an issue. I think I've charged it once since I've had it, and that was because when I put it in the car, it didn't turn off fully. For some reason, I think maybe I hit the button when I was putting it in the car, the power button when I put it in the car. And so it happened to stay on the whole night. When I bring it home, I leave it in the car. I don't take it out and bring it into my apartment. My apartment's kind of small for me to drive around the chair the whole time. So I just leave it in my car. But there was one day to where the power just stayed on the whole night. That didn't drain the battery. That just kind of knocked it down a couple of levels. So just to be safe, I went ahead and charged it. So I charged it back up, and I haven't had any issues since. I think I charged it on like Tuesday, and it's still a full battery since. Yesterday was actually the first day when I really took it out in the wild, and I took it to Target because I had to get a flu shot. And when I went there the first time, my shirt wouldn't roll up all the way, or there was some weird issues. So I had to come home and change my shirt. And so when I went back, and I said, you know what, I don't want to stand there for a long time because first time I went, I had to stand for a long time, and that really hurt my legs, and it made it hard for me to walk back to my car. And I don't want to, and Target are they have a lot of stuff going on, so I don't want to try and walk on a Saturday. And I'm there trying to avoid people, and then I end up knocking stuff over or something like that. I just didn't want to, worst case scenario, I just didn't want that to happen. So when I went back the second time, I actually pulled the chair out of my car and drove it inside, drove it in Target, drove it through Target, and I did not have any issues with it, so I was excited about that. But I finally got my chair back, and then I guess let me go ahead and show you guys some of the features that my chair does have. And let me actually show you the joystick first. So I don't know why my camera is not letting me turn, why the camera is automatically not turning. So I'm gonna have to manually show it to you. So this is the joystick that I have on my chair, and it is actually on the right side. So so I decided that when I first got the chair, I said I'm right-handed, so I want the chair on the right side. But I think eventually, hopefully this week or something, I'm gonna actually move the joystick to the left side. And the reason of that is because I've noticed that when I'm going through like manual doors, and when I have to open the door, whether it's a push or pull door, I'm opening it with my right hand, and then my joystick is on the right as well. So I'm moving my left hand to the right side to adjust the joystick to move it forward, and then I'm holding the door with my right hand. So I guess to make it easier on me in the future, I'm gonna actually move the joystick to the left side. So that way it'll be easier to navigate when I have to open doors. I can open it with one hand and it'll be easier to navigate, and so I can get through it without any issues. Without any issues going to trying to get through the door or being too scrunched up on one side, which I don't want. So the battery is on this side. It's right here. Can you see that? Let me see. Okay, so this black thing here, sorry. This black thing here is the battery, and it connects all the way over here. So this side has a fake battery, and you can use that, and you can eventually end up buying like a secondary battery that you want. I don't need one now, so I don't have one now. Because as I mentioned, I charged my chair once in the last 2 weeks. So I don't need a battery for at least the foreseeable future. I mean, I'm sure eventually if I start traveling or if I start using my chair more, then at that time I'll need a secondary battery. But as of right now, I don't, so I'm fine with that. If you notice on this chair, it does have the bigger tires in the back. And the reason why I asked for the bigger tires in the back is just so it makes it kind of lets me go through grass. Here in Dallas, we get ice, we get snow once in a while in the winter. So I want to make sure that I'm able to navigate without any issues, which is why I asked for the bigger tires in the back. And so I had to pay a little bit extra for the add-on for that feature, because it came with these regular tires in the front and the back, and I did not want that because, again, it's not gonna help me navigate through regular, going to a park, if you just want to get out, you want to drive around, you want to do something, you want to make sure that you're all prepared. And so it's why I paid for the bigger tires. At this time, I don't. At this time, please, I will go ahead and in my next video, I'll go over some of the other features that the chair does have. In the meantime, please feel free to comment, like, subscribe. Give me ideas for future videos that you want me to discuss, that you want me to talk about. In the meantime, have a great day, guys, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.